It's interesting, identifying a fall makes this amount of data and analysis. We conducted studies with thousands of people over a long period of time, and we captured data on real-world falls, and we learned something. We learned that with falls, there's this repeatable motion pattern that happens. For example, when you trip, your body will naturally pitch forward and your arms will go out involuntarily to brace yourself. However, if you slip, there's a natural upward motion of the arms. Well, these are motions Series 4 is ideally suited to recognize. With a new accelerometer and gyroscope, the watch analyzes wrist trajectory and impact acceleration to determine when a fall occurs. And after detecting a fall, Series 4 delivers an alert. And from that alert, you can initiate an emergency call. However, if the watch senses you are mobile for 1 minute, it will start the call automatically. And it also sends a message with your locations to your emergency contacts using the SOS feature that is already built into Apple Watch. Fall detection is a feature that we hope you never need, but it's really nice to know it's there. The optical heart sensor has been essential to Apple Watch from the beginning, and it allows us to calculate the calorie burn during your workouts. It allows us to determine your resting heart rate, and it also powers the high heart rate notification that's helped Apple Watch become an intelligent guardian for your health. We wanted to do even more in this space, and so we're announcing 3 new heart features. First, a notification if your heart rate appears to be too low. Now, generally, a low heart rate is thought to be a good thing, but if it's too low, it might mean that your heart's not pumping enough blood to the body, and that could be a sign of something serious, and now Apple Watch can detect it. The second feature is related to heart rhythm. Your heart rhythm in the background, and it sends you a notification if it detects an irregular rhythm that appears to be atrial fibrillation. Now, it won't catch every instance of AFib, but we believe this is going to help a lot of people who didn't otherwise know they had an issue. The first 2 features, they're powered by the optical sensor. The third feature is made possible by a new electrical heart sensor on Series 4. We've added electrodes into the back sapphire crystal and the digital crown, allowing you to take an electrocardiogram. It's otherwise known as an ECG, and this is the first ECG product offered over the counter directly to consumers. An ECG measures the electrical activity of the heartbeat, and it's used by physicians to help diagnose certain heart diseases and other conditions. And so now you can take an ECG anytime, anywhere, right from your wrist. You just open the app and you put your finger on the digital crown. To show you how this works, let's take a closer look. The built-in electrodes in the back crystal and the digital crown, they detect electrical impulses from the heartbeat. They route them to the S4 chip, which converts them to signal for our algorithms. The entire process takes just 30 seconds, and at the completion of the ECG recording, you will receive a heart rhythm classification. If your heart is beating in a normal rhythm, the app will classify the measurement as sinus rhythm, and the app will also classify atrial fibrillation. all ECG recordings, their classifications, the noted symptoms, they're all stored right in the Health app in a PDF you can share with your doctor. So now your doctor has a detailed picture of your heart rhythm, similar to a lead 1 ECG that is usually only obtained in a clinic. And to give you his thoughts on this, I'd like to invite to the stage the president of the American Heart Association, and also a practicing cardiologist, Dr. Ivor Benjamin.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm inspired by the life-saving potential of technology and applaud Apple's innovation and commitment to health. Capturing meaningful data about a person's heart in real time is changing the way we practice medicine. In my experience, people often report symptoms that are absent during their medical visits. That is why information is vital. Information about a person's daily lifestyle choices and their specific health data. The ability to access health data on an on-demand electrocardiogram or ECG is game-changing, especially when evaluating atrial fibrillation, an irregular and often rapid heart rate that can increase a person's risk of stroke, heart failure, and other health-related complications. At the American Heart Association, we are committed to educate and empower people to be proactive in all areas of their health and general well-being. The American Heart Association is a relentless force for a world of longer, healthier lives. Products that seek to provide deeper health insights, like the Apple Watch Series 4, offer great potential in getting us there. Thank you. Back to you, Jeff.
Thanks, Dr. Benjamin. It's great to have the support of the American Heart Association. And I'm also pleased to say we've received clearance from the FDA. And this is a de novo clearance, which means it's the first of its kind. Also, the irregular heart rhythm alert has also received FDA clearance. Both of these features will be available to US customers later this year, and we're working hard to bring them to customers around the world. I just have to show you, when you open the app, this is what you see on the watch face. It's really beautiful. People in general don't like things that are medical. This kind of makes you want to take an ECG. It's amazing to think that the same watch you wear every day to make phone calls and respond to messages, track your activity, like even run a marathon, can now take an ECG. Apple Watch Series 4 is the ultimate guardian for your health, the best fitness companion, and the most convenient way to stay connected. And with all these amazing features, of course, your data is still protected. At Apple, we believe your personal information belongs to you. You should decide who you share it with and who gets to see it, period. All your health and fitness data, it's encrypted on device and in the cloud. So Apple Watch Series 4, larger display, brand new UI, digital crown with haptics, up to 2 times faster performance, a louder speaker, fall detection, and an industry-first built-in electrical heart sensor capable of taking an ECG. And of course, cellular, GPS, altimeter, swim-proof, and I've probably missed some things. We also have the most advanced wearable operating system, watchOS 5. So with all of these features in a slimmer design, you're probably wondering about battery life. Well, I'm pleased to tell you that Series 4 has the same 18-hour all-day battery life that our customers enjoy on Apple Watch. And we've increased the outdoor workout time to 6 hours so you can have full GPS tracking, which is perfect for those marathons or long bike rides. And of course, Apple Watch has been designed and manufactured in an environmentally friendly way. We've created a video about Series 4, and I'd like to show that to you now.
Apple Watch Series 4 is more than an evolution. It represents a fundamental redesign and re-engineering of Apple Watch. While retaining the original iconic design, we've developed and refined the form, also managing to make it thinner. The new display is now over 30% larger and is seamlessly integrated into the product. The interface has been redesigned for our new display, providing more information with richer detail. The hardware and the software combine to define a very new and truly integrated singular design. Navigating with the digital crown, already one of the most intricate mechanisms we've ever created, has been entirely re-engineered, with haptic feedback delivering a precise mechanical feel as you scroll. In addition to an optical heart sensor, there is a new Apple-designed electrical heart sensor that allows you to take an electrocardiogram or ECG to share with your doctor. A momentous achievement for a wearable device. Placing a finger on the digital crown creates a closed circuit with electrodes on the back, providing data the ECG app uses to analyze your heart rhythm. While understanding heart health is essential to our well-being, additional features and enhancements encourage us to live an overall healthier, more active life. The accelerometer, gyroscope and altimeter allow you to record new types of workouts, measure runs with increased precision, and track your all-day activity with great accuracy. Enhanced cellular connectivity enables something truly liberating, the ability to stay connected with just your watch. Phone calls, music streaming, and even emergency assistance are all immediately available from your wrist. Apple Watch Series 4 is a device so powerful, so personal, so liberating, it can change the way you live each day.
Series 4 will be available in 3 aluminum finishes, silver, gold, and space gray. And the stainless collection is absolutely beautiful with polished and space black. We shipped stainless before, but there's something about Series 4 that is even more gorgeous. And there's a brand new finish, gold stainless, which is wonderful paired with this Milanese loop. All band colors and band styles fit any generation of Apple Watch. So all those Series 4 customers, all the bands that you already own will work just fine on the Series 4. For customers who love Nike Plus, especially runners, it's been optimized for Series 4 with full screen watch faces that look great. And And they've done something really cool with the Nike Sport Loop. They've added reflective yarn for nighttime visibility. Apple Watch Hermes continues this fall with some bold new looks. There's these gorgeous color blocks on the watch face, and they change with the passage of time, and they look really wonderful paired with the new Dublatour bands. Apple Watch Series 4 with GPS starts at $399. Series 4 with cellular starts at $499. And we're keeping Series 3 in the line at more affordable prices, starting at just $279. Series 4 GPS will be available in 26 markets at launch. Series 4 with cellular will start in 16 markets with 34 carriers. That's more than twice the number of carriers we had last year. You can order Series 4 starting Friday, and it will be available the following Friday, September 21st. Series 3 at the new prices is available right after the show. And watchOS 5, the most advanced wearable operating system, will be available on September 17th. That's Apple Watch, and now back to Tim.
Thanks, Jeff. Thank you. I could not be more excited about the Apple Watch Series 4. Apple Watch is really redefining what a watch can do for you. Now, we made a video about how the Apple Watch is inspiring people all around the world to be more active. And I'd love to run it for you now. I think you're going to get a kick out of it.
You put your right arm in, you put your right arm out, you put your right arm in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Left foot. You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you put your left foot in and then you shake it all about.
Hey, honey, still running.
And you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
We really love what the Apple Watch is doing to get the world moving. So that is Apple Watch. Now let's talk about iPhone. iPhone 10 defined the future of the smartphone. It introduced new technologies that is at the cutting edge of what's possible. With a stunning all-screen design and intuitive gestures, with technologies like the True Depth camera system and Face ID, where your phone knows what you look like and your face becomes your password. iPhone 10 has an incredible camera system that uses intelligent software to make the most stunning portraits. This was only previously possible with pro-level equipment. And there are so many other innovative technologies that are built right in. And of course, all of them are powered by the world's most advanced mobile operating system, iOS. iPhone 10 has changed the industry. And along the way, it became the #1 smartphone in the world. But what's most important to us is that it's the most loved smartphone with an amazing 98% customer satisfaction. Now, today, we're going to take iPhone 10 to the next level. I'm excited to show you what is by far the most advanced iPhone we have ever created.
Can we talk about like we care about love? You know, I know, you know, yeah, yeah. Nothing burns like a cold day.
This is iPhone XS. It is the most advanced iPhone we've ever created. And I'd like to invite Phil up to tell you all about it. Phil?
Well, good morning, everyone. I am so excited to tell you all about iPhone XS. It is made of a surgical-grade stainless steel. It has a gorgeous new gold finish on the front and on the glass. It is the most beautiful iPhone we have ever made. The screen goes top to bottom, edge to edge, rounded into the corners. And it's covered on the front and the back with a new formulation of glass that is the most durable glass ever in a smartphone. iPhone XS comes in 3 finishes: gold, silver, and space gray. They are beautiful. And they're protected from dust and liquids to an even higher level now, IP68. That means it's protected to 2 meters for up to 30 minutes. So if you happen to be hanging by the pool, drop your phone in the water, don't worry, dive down, grab it, rinse it, let it dry, you'll be fine. And the team tests it in many different liquids, in chlorinated water, salt water, orange juice, tea, wine, even beer. And this is some of the most fun, intense testing we get to do at Apple. Well, the screen on iPhone XS is a Super Retina display, the best we've made yet. It's an OLED display, 5.8 inches on the diagonal. It has 2.7 million pixels, 458 pixels per inch, the highest quality display on an iOS device. Now let's put it side by side with our plus-size phone, an iPhone 8 Plus. And as you can see, it's as big a display as the plus-size phone, but in a smaller design. And so many customers love that about that. Big display, easy, comfortable to hold in your hand. And it looks incredible. Watching movies on it, the latest HDR movies, like Lego Batman, using the latest formats, Dolby Vision HDR10. Your photos look stunning on iPhone XS. You shoot them with beautiful wide color, and they display better than ever on the new Super Retina display because it has a 60% greater dynamic range for colors in your photos than the iPhone X's display. It is gorgeous. Well, the iPhone XS is not just one, but 2 sizes of display. The 5.8 inch and a new 6.5 inch Super Retina display. This is the biggest display ever on an iPhone. It is an OLED display as well. 3.3 million pixels, 458 pixels per inch again. Now, a lot of our customers have loved the plus-size iPhones, so let's put that side by side. You can see it's about the same size phone with a much larger display. We think there are a lot of customers who are going to love this larger display. Now, the 5.8 inch, we already said, was as big as a plus-size display. So what do you call a phone that's bigger than plus size? Well, we call it the iPhone XS Max. And the Max is an incredible experience. Watching videos on it is cinematic. Looking at your photos bigger than ever is incredible. Surfing the web, looking at flyovers and map. Even when you're using some of the built-in apps, the team is taking advantage of the wider display when it's in horizontal mode to give you a split view like here in Contacts. It's awesome for editing videos in iMovie, for creating songs with GarageBand, even playing immersive killer games. It's so much fun on the iPhone XS Max. So there are two Super Retina displays now, 5.8-inch, 6.5-inch, both OLED displays, both 1,000,000 to 1 contrast ratio. They're HDR displays. They have fast 120 hertz touch-sensitive layer. That's how it gets its smooth scrolling, really fast typing and gaming response. They both have 3D touch for pressure sensitivity. They have tap to wake. They have incredible color management. They're true tone displays, so the paper white looks just right in all the different lighting that you use it. And they have wide color. These are amazing displays. And we've matched them to incredible sound systems as well. Stereo sound, better than in any iPhone to date. Now, with the XS, you get a wider stereo field. The team has matched powerful speakers with great software to deliver an even richer sound experience. So watching movies sounds incredible. And playing games like Alto Odyssey, which previously told you to put on headphones, now you just want to listen through the speakers because of that beautiful wide stereo sound. Or of course, listening to music and watching music videos like the Foo Fighters sounds better than ever. All right, let's talk about Face ID. Face ID is a huge step forward in biometric protection for all of our personal data on our devices, and customers love it. It is powered by our True Depth camera system. And there's so much technology in that little space right there. An infrared camera, flood illuminator, proximity sensor, ambient light sensor, dot projector, front camera, speaker, and microphone, all working together to give protection to the data on our devices. And they're designed with multiple neural networks, so it's secure and seamless in the iPhone experience. With iPhone XS, you just pick up your iPhone, look at it, it recognizes your face, and unlocks your notifications and information. And it does it faster than ever before, because the XS now has faster algorithms and runs on a faster version of the secure enclave, so it's gotten even better. Face ID works remarkably well. In fact, we're proud to say it is the most secure facial authentication ever in a smartphone. Now, powering Face ID in everything we do on the iPhone is our A-series chip. And the team has worked so hard to make every generation of the A-series chip better than any ever in a smartphone, and this year is no exception. What the team has done is truly, truly breakthrough. It's called the A12 Bionic. And the A12 Bionic is the industry's first 7-nanometer chip, and that's a huge breakthrough, yes. Now, the A12 Bionic is packed with 6.9 billion transistors. And what the team has done with all that is remarkable. So let's go through some of the things in this chip. We're going to talk about the CPU, the GPU, and the neural engine. Let's start with the CPU. It is an Apple-designed 6-core CPU. This is a fusion system. It has 2 high-performance cores, 4 high-efficiency cores. The 2 high-performance cores run up to 15% faster than the cores in the A11 Bionic, while also being 40% more energy efficient. And the high-efficiency cores are up to 50% more energy efficient. And all 6 cores can run at once. The GPU, well, this is an Apple-designed GPU. It is so powerful. Now, the A11 GPU was already ahead of anything else in the industry. The A12 GPU is now up to 50% faster than the A11. So a huge jump in graphics performance. But the real advancement, the real blow-away thing, is this neural engine. Now, you know we introduced the first neural engine last year with the A11 Bionic. With the A12 Bionic, we take it much further. The A11 was a 2-core design. This is an 8-core dedicated machine learning engine to power all that great machine learning software on our systems. And it has a smart compute system. What that means, it's able to analyze the neural network data and figure out on the fly whether to run it on the CPU, the GPU, or the neural engine. I mean, this is breakthrough. And the performance is unmatched. We told you last year the A11 Bionic could process an insane 600 billion operations per second. Well, the A12 Bionic is able to process 5 trillion operations per second. Unbelievable. Now, the A12 Bionic is a complete system on a chip, so there's so much more. And the team works very hard to be just as innovative at every one of these things in the A12 Bionic. It has a next-generation image signal processor, incredible video coders and decoders. There's our display engine, our audio system. Of course, it is a secure enclave. There's memory controllers, storage controllers. The Apple-designed storage controller in the A12 Bionic can now address twice as much internal storage as previously. So now you can up to 512 gigabytes of internal storage if you want. That's a half a terabyte on your iPhone in your pocket. That's enough for over 200,000 photos stored on your iPhone. It is incredible. This A12 Bionic is without question the smartest and most powerful chip ever in a smartphone. So much of the experience we have with iPhone is driven by this chip, and it's going to enable us to have so many great new experiences not possible before. So I'm very excited to bring out Kyan Drance to show you just what we can do with iPhone, and Kyan is our Senior Director of iPhone Product Marketing. Kyan?
Thank you, Phil. Thank you. A12 Bionic was designed for iPhone, not any other smartphone. This is one of the reasons why our team can deliver a chip designed for incredible performance, great battery life, for everything iPhone needs, from our everyday tasks to our most advanced technologies, such as every time you look at your phone and unlock it with Face ID, or play an immersive game on our edge-to-edge Super Retina display. And each time you take a remarkable photo, every single thing you do touches the chip, the CPU, the GPU, or any other powerful component all throughout, best in class and designed for iPhone for the very best performance. So, next time you unlock your phone, perhaps launch photos, searching through the thousands of photos you have to find just the one you're looking for, deciding how to share it amongst different apps such as Messages, and then moving on to the next thing with multitasking, perhaps landing in Maps to find directions. A12 Bionic makes these everyday tasks feel fast and effortless. And A12 Bionic, with the performance updates in iOS 12, helps apps launch up to 30% faster. So we're focused on these everyday experiences, but even beyond that, such as those that make use of machine learning. Now, we've used machine learning for a number of years now to make our features even better, such as quick type suggestions in Messages, in Memories, how we curate your photos and videos, getting real-time suggestions in Maps when you need them, our True Tone adaptive display, and of course, finding the very best photo of your cat or other pet. But what's really remarkable this year is that our next generation neural engine unlocks the power of real-time machine learning. This is incredibly important for apps like Camera, and we use that depth information for portrait mode and portrait lighting. In Animojis, mapping those 50 different facial muscles over your face in a live FaceTime call. That is computationally really intense. And of course, our immersive AR experiences, our fun new Memoji, and the new Clips app launching this fall will make use of portrait segmentation on the neural engine for even better selfie scenes like the one you see here in Incredibles 2. In iOS 12, we're also announcing and launching Siri shortcuts, so you can get even more done with just a tap or by asking Siri to help. You can easily create a shortcut with multiple steps like the one I used this morning. Let's take a look. I just press and hold or ask Siri to run my Keynote Day shortcut. Now, the first thing it'll do, it'll kick off my HomeKit-enabled accessories, then I'll order my morning coffee. It'll tell me how long it takes for me to go pick it up. And then it'll kick off the reminder I set to not forget my badge, get me driving directions, and start my music playlist. And here we go. And this is just one of many things that you can do with Siri shortcuts. We're really excited this year to be opening up our neural engine to Core ML. And Core ML is going to get a lot faster. It's going to get up to 9 times faster. But it's going to run with as little as 1/10 the energy. This is tremendous. It means developers can run their most complex, most advanced neural networks in their apps and do so even more often, then freeing up the power of the GPU for more immersive graphics like never before, which, by the way, is really useful for augmented reality. And this is another area that we're focused on. That camera viewfinder has turned into a wonderful window to these new AR experiences, such as this app here called Fish and Go, that lets you turn your surroundings into this immersive marine aquarium where you can discover more than 200 species of sea life. iPhone XS is the best platform for AR. We custom calibrate our cameras and sensors for the best AR experience. And A12 Bionic, the GPU, helps us render realistic graphics, the ISP for real-world lighting, and the neural engine for object reflections, and more. And it joins the best AR software with ARKit 2, where apps can access enhanced surface and object detection, persistent experiences, multiple users, and we've even included a new Measure app built in. And with AR Quick Look, you can look at a 3D object like this one here in Safari, and with just a tap, bring it out into the real world. Isn't that amazing? So you've heard some examples today of how A12 Bionic is accelerating real-world everyday scenarios, but also enabling new experiences. But it doesn't end with us. It also extends out to our talented pool of developers in that wonderful ecosystem, where they have access to the best software with iOS 12 and the A12 Bionic. This takes us to the next generation of apps. And we're thrilled to have 3 developers here today to show you what's possible in just a short amount of time. Now, our first developer is making use of the CPU and GPU to take their game to the next level of impact. Please welcome Todd Howard, Game Director of Bethesda Game Studios.
Thanks, Diane. Thank you. You know, I wrote my first game when I was 12 on an Apple II. And I gotta tell you, I took full advantage of every single one of those low-res 40 by 40 pixels. And it's amazing how far we've come. With the technology that is packed into our phones, we can now start reaching for games that are more than simple diversions, but experiences that can truly transport you. And in the new iPhone, we've been able to do just that. Let's take a look at our new Elder Scrolls game, Blades. Like the series is known for, it is a massive first-person role-playing game full of stories, quests, and an incredible world to explore. You play one of the Blades, the Empire's elite warriors, and you'll define your own character and how you want to engage in combat. You can use defense, melee, or magic. And on the iPhone's OLED screen, we can pull out all of the detail that you'd usually miss in the bright and the dark areas. You can see the lighting from these crystals bloom, reflect off of the water. We can have that lighting bounce off of the walls. And we can even have it reflect off of your sword. Additionally, we can use the new stereo widening on the iPhone so you can hear the forest around you, all without headphones. And scenes like this used to only be possible in your living room on a high-end gaming console. We can do them now on your phone while doing full-screen post-processing, all while rendering 40% faster than before. You'll see the sword follows Craig's specific movements and timings. It feels incredible. And that new depth of field camera effect really lets you focus your actions during combat. And spiders are just terrifying. We've been able to pull off some incredible environments that just weren't possible before. 12-year-old me would not be able to comprehend all of these pixels, all 2.7 million of them. As we battle this lich, we can use the power of the phone to bring all those parts together. The visuals, the sound, and even haptic feedback on your attacks. It's not just immersive, it transports you. You may have fought dragons in Skyrim, but you've never experienced the Elder Scrolls like this and on your phone. Blades is coming to iOS this fall. It's available for pre-order right now. We'll see you out there.
Thank you, Todd. Now, our next developer is going to enable an entirely new use case for the iPhone camera using Core ML. Here's David Lee, CEO of Next Team, and Steve Nash, two-time NBA MVP and a new member of the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Thanks, Diane. HomeCourt is an app that uses Core ML to track basketball shots by simply pointing your iPhone at a court.
When I was young and learning the game, I never really knew if I was doing the right things to improve my game. I would spend hours and hours shooting by myself, just hoping I was refining the techniques that would take me to the next level. I've been working closely with the HomeCourt team on a tool that will revolutionize basketball training, and I can't wait to show you what we can do with the new iPhone.
We couldn't bring a basketball court here, so we went out last week and saw Steve training an athlete. We now have a screen recording of our app running on the new iPhone. Let's take a look. The app recognizes the hoop and the court automatically. Tap Start, and it will start tracking basketball shot attempts, the makes, indicated by the dots on the floor, and misses by the red X's drawn as an overlay right on the court. With the new iPhone and Core ML 2, we see a massive performance gain that allows us to do a lot more. The powerful A12 Bionic that our Core ML models run up to 9 times faster, and that unlocks new features that were not possible before. Let's take a look at what's going on under the hood. Only on a new iPhone, we can run real-time player tracking, real-time post estimation, real-time ball detection, and trajectory estimation all at the same time. We call this real-time shot science that tracks 6 metrics for every single shot the player takes. These insights are not visible to the naked eye.
To become a great shooter, you need to practice every day. You need to shoot at game speed and with the right posture. I focus my students on staying low and stable when they shoot. HomeCourt is giving players immediate feedback to help them understand if they are practicing with the right form. Release time is also a great indicator of whether the player is shooting at game speed while staying low. These meaningful insights and feedback just weren't possible before.
When you see that release time from the set, it will be displayed on screen, and the app can also give audio feedback through the built-in stereo speaker or your AirPods.
As players train with real-time feedback, they build muscle memory. I really wish that when I was younger, we had these tools. HomeCourt is great for every basketball player who wants to get better, whether you're a beginner or a pro.
The most amazing part is this is all done with just your new iPhone. There are no sensor on the player, no sensor on the ball, and no sensor on the court. And that's HomeCourt real-time shot science, shipping as an update this fall. Thank you.
Thank you, David and Steve. Wow, that was something. Okay, so our third app makes use of AR to do even more in a game. Here's Atlee Marr, CEO of Directive Games.
Thanks, Diane. Playing with friends at the arcades has always been a lot of fun. Generations of gamers have enjoyed countless hours playing some of the world's best titles. And now in AR, we are able to have our own arcade cabinet wherever and whenever we want. And with ARKit 2, multiple players are able to share the same AR experience. Joining me here are my friends, and they are eager to climb the leaderboards. Andrea, Shuhai, Alessandra, are you guys ready?
We're ready to battle, Atli.
This is Gallica AR. Just like the classic, you eliminate your enemies, you avoid being attacked, and you grab power-ups. With the additional GPU core, we are able to render scenes like the stun effect. This is something that we could not do before. And the new iPhone stereo widening makes things sound really immersive. Just listen to this epic boss battle. Last year, we shipped our first AR game, and now, with new features of ARKit 2 and the power of the new iPhone, we are able to craft experiences at a much higher fidelity, as well as connect players, both digitally and in the physical world. Look for the first game in our AR Arcade series on the App Store later this year. Thank you.
Wow. Well, we can't wait for you guys to experience those apps and games. This is really just the beginning. We're scratching the surface of what's going to be possible on the iPhone XS and the A12 Bionic. No other chip in the world would allow us to do this. Thank you, and now back to Phil.
Diane. The A12 Bionic just powers so many incredible new experiences, and that includes the camera. We all love the cameras in our iPhone. No doubt, you all know, it is the world's most popular camera, and for great reason. Over 10 years, customers have been taking incredible photographs with their iPhone cameras like this, and sharing them with us around the world and telling us stories with them. And we're so proud of all the people who use the iPhone camera, from consumers to even increasingly professionals are using them for photos like this. And this is a beautiful portrait photo. But what makes us so proud of it is that it appeared on the cover of Time magazine. Now, this is their issue for women who are changing the world, and we couldn't be prouder to be a part of that story. Well, you are going to be blown away with the pictures you can take with the iPhone XS's camera. It is a remarkable new dual camera system. It has a 12-megapixel wide camera, a 12-megapixel telephoto camera, and an even more improved True Tone flash. That 12-megapixel wide camera has a new sensor, a larger sensor with bigger, deeper pixels. It has optical image stabilization and our fast 1.8 aperture lens. It's Apple's 6-element lens. The telephoto camera is also a 12-megapixel camera, also optical image stabilization, f2.4 Apple design lens. On the front side, you have the True Depth camera system, and that's a new sensor as well, a 7-megapixel sensor that's twice as fast. And it works together with the IR camera and the dot projector so it can create depth in your portrait mode photos. And as we talk about cameras, of course, everyone talks about the sensors and the lens, and rightly so, they're an important part of the camera system. But increasingly, what makes incredible photos possible aren't just the sensor and the lens, but it's the chip and the software that runs on it. And this is so true with iPhone photography. So, for example, in the A12 Bionic is the image signal processor, working together with the CPU. And it does so many things every time we take a picture. It automatically sets exposure, white balance, sets the focus, does noise reduction on low light photography. It brings out highlights and details, and it can fuse multiple images together, like when you do an HDR photo or create a beautiful panorama. And the ISP and the A12 Bionic does all of this better than ever before. But what it does that is entirely new is connect together the ISP with that neural engine to use them together to make our photos incredible. So for example, the CPU and the neural engine can work together to do detection of people's faces and bodies to understand the scene that you're shooting. And can do facial landmarking. So it recognizes exactly where the eyes are and does instant red eye reduction that looks perfect. And it creates better segmentation masks. So when you're doing portrait mode, the hair and the glasses are better than ever before. This is an amazing amount of power for our camera team. In fact, when you take a photo, it's capable of doing 1 trillion operations on every photo you take. And what the team is doing with that power is truly remarkable. We have a brand new feature we call Smart HDR. Now, we all know what HDR is, right? You can take a couple of photos and merge them together to bring out highlights and shadows and keep your subject looking great. Well, Smart HDR takes this idea so much further. So let's say you're taking a picture and the camera recognizes you're shooting a subject and the subject's moving. You go to press down on the shutter and you get a picture instantly. It's called zero shutter lag. What the A12 Bionic is actually doing is shooting a 4-frame buffer so it can capture that critical moment. But the A12 Bionic is doing even more than that. It's also capturing secondary interframes at the same time. And those interframes are shot at a different exposure level to bring out highlight details. And it's doing more than that. It's shooting a long exposure so it can get better shadow detail as well. And when you're taking that picture, it's analyzing all of those, finding out how to match up the best parts of each and merge them into one perfect photo. That's Smart HDR. It is a breakthrough, and it makes taking photos easier than ever and to get beautiful results. So let me show you a few photos shot with iPhone XS, not retouched in any way, no exterior lighting used, anything else. It's just straight from the camera. So here's one. I mean, this is stunning. Your subject beautifully lit with natural light, beautiful skin tones, great detail, and a nice, beautiful, soft background. What's remarkable about this photo is it was a windy day by the water, and her hair was blowing, yet you still get that incredible detail in her hair in this Smart HDR photo. Here's another example. As you can see, this is what you're not supposed to do, right? Shooting a photo into the sun, because that's going to blow out the exposure. But Smart HDR made sure we got a great sky, we got detail on the shadows of the water, but most of all, look at the water drops coming off of his hair and how crisp and detailed they are. I mean, that's incredible. I mean, all your photos come out so much better now with iPhone XS, no matter what your subject matter, people, pets. Look at the skin detail and the hair and the beautiful sky. As we said, it shoots wide color photos as well. Look at the color range in this photo. Shot straight off iPhone XS. And it looks even better with the higher dynamic range display on the iPhone XS when you look at it there. We introduced portrait mode and portrait lighting photos. Those are better than ever before. Here's an example. It's incredible, the level of detail. This is the stage light feature in the portrait lighting. It looks so beautiful. Here's another portrait lighting photo. Excuse me, portrait mode photo. Beautiful, soft background. These are better than ever before. And there's a huge advancement here. Remember the area on the background of the photo, that the quality of that blur is what the industry calls bokeh. And the team wanted to make a big advancement in what can be done with bokeh, and they've done some amazing work here. They studied some of the highest-end full-frame cameras and expensive fast lenses to characterize the quality of professional bokeh, and then bring that capability to more and more of us through the portrait mode photos we can take with iPhone. And what they've achieved is really breakthrough. So I'm going to show you a photo now. I'll just tell you right up front, this was not shot with a high-end expensive camera. This is shot with an iPhone XS, and it is breakthrough. It is absolutely beautiful. The detail on her face, the great skin tones, obviously reflecting from the surface of the car to light it up. But that background and the quality of that bokeh is remarkable. This is a breakthrough in photography for a smartphone. But further than that, the team discovered something remarkable. This is so exciting. I can't tell if you can tell I'm excited about this, but this is, so when you take the picture with portrait mode, and then you go into the Photos app, and you tap Edit, you're gonna see a new slider on the bottom. It says Depth. Right? Yeah, someone said no. Get ready for this. Because, and let me blow it up, you're gonna have to watch two things at once. You're gonna watch the depth, and you're gonna watch the background. You can, after taking the picture, adjust the depth of field from f1.4 to f16. And the background is changing with it. Let's do that again. We're going to slide the depth of field and watch the background as it changes the depth of field of your photo. This is done after you've taken it. This has not been possible in photography of any kind of camera. This is something that iPhone can now do with the power of the A12 Bionic chip. Let me show you one more example. There's another photo shot with an iPhone XS, and that's a beautiful background, an incredible higher quality bokeh. And as we looked at it, we selected f2.0 because we thought it had just the right depth of field we want in the photo. I mean, this is a new era of photography. Some people call it computational photography. With the power of not only the sensor and the lens, but the A12 Bionic and incredible software and the care the camera team has put to creating high quality photography is making images possible now that weren't before. And the benefits of this are not only for photography, but for video as well. It's a new era of videography as well, with this new sensor and the power of that A12 Bionic chip. And it can do many things. It has a twice as fast sensor, it can take advantage of a lot of this technology to give better image quality in our videos. And there's something else the team has done too. Taking advantage of the 4 microphones built into iPhone XS, we can record stereo sound with your videos as well. And it plays back with that beautiful wide stereo field, and it sounds amazing. So let me show you a quick video that we shot with iPhone XS, just natively shot on it, nothing done to it other than we edit it for length, and it's shot in low light, and it creates images that weren't possible before. Here we are.
Hey, what's up? Made it up here. Yeah.
Let's try it.
And that's a beautiful video. You just shoot it, 4K, but there's a lot going on that the system's doing for us. Autofocus, auto exposure, bringing out the highlight details, the shadow details with wider dynamic range, amazing color rendering and tone mapping, and stereo sound being recorded automatically. So that's photography, that's video, that's our camera. Now let's talk about battery life. Increasingly, all smartphone users want more performance, bigger screens, but longer battery life too. The team's really worked hard on this. iPhone XS is able to, compared to iPhone X, get you up to 30 minutes longer in your day than iPhone X did, and that's really great. iPhone XS Max has the biggest battery we've ever put into an iPhone, and it can get you up to an hour and a half longer in your day. And there's a lot more new with iPhone XS and XS Max. They have faster networking, gigabit class LTE. They have more bands than any other smartphone, so they have the best worldwide roaming. And speaking of worldwide capabilities, one thing we've had requests for is dual SIM capability. Well, some of you know what this is for. For the rest, here are some reasons people want dual SIM. Some people want 2 phone numbers on their phone. There may be a home number and a work number. Some want 2 different plans depending on the region of the world they're in and what they need. And many of us like to travel and want to keep our local phone number, but may need to get a data plan in the region we're in so we can have access to fast data there. To do this into iPhone XS and XS Max, we built a technology called DSDS, or Dual SIM, Dual Standby. This means that you have both phone numbers there in your phone, waiting to get the call. Whichever one gets it becomes the active line. And to enable that, we've added our eSIM technology. eSIM, eSIM is a standard that we've been working with carriers to promote around the world. We've actually already been shipping it in cellular iPads, in cellular watches, and now we're bringing it to iPhone. So with eSIM, it's built in, easy to set up a second line. You can point your camera at a QR code from a carrier and set it up. And the teams work to make sure in the software that the fact that you have 2 different phone numbers is understood, and you can name them home and work, primary, secondary, whatever. And then throughout the user experience, you'll see that a phone call is coming in on a certain line, and you know how to deal with that. Now, support for eSIM requires support from carriers, and we've been working with many great carrier partners, and they're going to be rolling out eSIM support throughout the fall and many more into next year. We're really, really happy to be working with them on this. So that's how we're going to provide dual SIM support around the world. We will have a single physical SIM and an eSIM in both iPhone XS and XS Max. In China, where we can't bring eSIM into iPhone yet, we're making a special model of the iPhone XS Max that has 2 physical SIMs, actually 1 on each side of the SIM tray. It's a really smart implementation, and we think they're going to love that. So this is iPhone XS and XS Max. They are packed with so many new advancements. Better Super Retina displays, 5.8-inch, and the new 6.5-inch OLED displays. Our next generation 7-nanometer A12 Bionic chip with faster CPU, GPU, neural engine, and helping us to deliver even longer battery life. Our new generation dual camera system with a bigger sensor, smart HDR, portrait mode with more beautiful bokeh, dynamic depth of field, higher quality videos with HD and 4K. New true depth camera system that's faster for Face ID. Gigabit class LTE, is beautiful new gold finish. Protection to IP68, and so much more. These are incredible new iPhones. And the team works really hard to make these iPhones the most environmentally friendly manner possible. To tell you a little bit more about that, I'm really excited to bring out Lisa.
Thanks, Phil. You know, we never stop thinking about what's best for the planet. This starts with our products, but it extends to everything we do at Apple. So for instance, earlier this year, we announced something pretty amazing. You may have heard about it already, but we can't help repeating ourselves because we now run Apple on 100% renewable energy for all of our facilities worldwide. Now, of course, that includes the gorgeous campus that we're on right now. It's powered by our own solar panels and directed biogas fuel cells. But it's also about the facilities that you don't often see, like our data centers, which use lots of clean energy to support services like iMessage. And that means every time you send an iMessage or make a FaceTime video call, we're using lots of clean energy to make that happen. Now, when we set out to do this, people said it couldn't be done. And if you know Apple, those are exactly the kinds of challenges that we love. So we've done it, and we're really, really proud of it. And now we're on to the next challenge. We hope to one day eliminate our need to mine new materials from the earth. Now, as you can imagine, this is a massive effort. So to reach that goal, we'll have to do 3 things. First, we'll have to find new ways to make our products with recycled or renewable materials that are sourced responsibly. Then we'll have to ensure that our products last as long as possible. And then finally, after a long life of use, we have to ensure that they're recycled properly. So let's take a look at some of the material innovations within the new iPhones that we've just announced. We've transitioned to using recycled tin in the main logic board of iPhone, including the new iPhone XS. And of course, this is with no reduction in quality or performance. This one change will prevent the mining of over 10,000 tons of tin ore in a single year. And we're doing this with other materials as well. We have a better plastics program, and through that, we're reducing our use of traditional plastics and transitioning to recycled and bio-based materials. For example, the speaker enclosure for iPhone XS is now made with 35% post-consumer recycled plastics. And the cover glass, yeah, it's good. And the cover glass frame is made with 32% bio-based plastic. It's better for the planet, but it's also tougher and it performs better. Second, we also make sure to design and build durable products that last as long as possible. That means long-lasting hardware coupled with our amazing software. All of these devices, including the iPhone 5S, run iOS 12. And iOS 12 is designed to make your iPhone and iPad experience even better, even more responsive, faster, just better. And because they last longer, you can keep using them. And keeping using them is the best thing for the planet. And finally, when it comes time to reuse and recycle, we have Apple Give Back. This is something I'm really proud of. With Apple Give Back, it doesn't matter what device you have or what condition it's in. Bring it in or mail it in to us. We'll assess it, and if it can be used by someone else, we'll give you the value. If not, we'll recycle it properly for free. Maybe we'll even use a robot. Who remembers Liam? We'll meet his sister, Daisy, who can disassemble 9 different models of iPhone. Using Daisy, we can reuse those recycled materials in future products. And the more we do this, the less we'll have to mine from the earth. So that iPhone 5S, with Apple Give Back, it can go on to another user when you're ready to switch to a new iPhone. And when it comes to the new iPhone XS, you can feel confident that it too was designed for another long life of use. Either way, it's good for you, but it is a huge win for the planet. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. This work is really important to all the teams at Apple, and it's a great example of the collaboration between all the teams to do everything from reducing the amount of tin in products to the Give Back program. Just great work, and we're really proud of everything they do. So, iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, they are stunning. The best iPhones we've ever made by a long shot. We are so excited about the technologies in here, the experiences they're going to bring to people. And we hope customers love them just as much as we do. And we want to reach as many customers as we can with this incredible technology. So that's why we are very excited to show you one more iPhone. It is incredible. We are so excited to introduce you to the iPhone XR. And we hope it reaches even more customers with this amazing, incredible technology. It's made from a 7000 series aerospace-grade aluminum and has more durable glass. It is absolutely stunning. It comes incredible new finishes: white, black, blue, coral, yellow, each beautifully designed with that aluminum finish, the glass in the back. The screen goes edge to edge and top to bottom. There's even an incredible product red one as well, and it is beautiful. All of these are protected from dust and liquids to IP67. They're designed end-to-end with the most incredible technology. This display is really what strikes you, though. It's an LCD display that for the first time goes edge to edge. It took advanced new engineering and technology to do pixel masking and pixel anti-aliasing, and to have LEDs that fit into a smaller space than ever before. This is the most advanced LCD ever in a smartphone. And it's so cool, we had to give it its own cool new name. It's called the Liquid Retina display. The Liquid Retina display is 6.1 inches on the diagonal. Now let's bring, well, first it's 1.4 million pixels, and it's 326 pixels per inch, so true Retina image quality. Now let's bring that iPhone 8 Plus next to it, because it's really interesting. It is a bigger display than the iPhone 8 Plus in a smaller design. The design actually fits perfectly between the size of an 8 and an 8 Plus. So we think it's going to make a lot of customers really happy. So a 6.1-inch Liquid Retina display, an LCD display, 1.4 million pixels. It supports tap to wake. It has that 120 hertz touch-sensitive layer, so it scrolls super fast. It has great color management, color accuracy. It is a wide color display, and it has True Tone support, so the whites look paper white in all the lights you use them. And it is an iPhone X experience on an LCD display, so that means you tap it to wake it up. There's no home button. You swipe up to go to the home screen, first for an LCD display. Swipe down to get your notifications. Swipe down to get to Control Center from the right corner. Now, it doesn't have 3D touch, but here again, the team came up with something really smart. It has a new feature we call Haptic Touch. So to get to the camera from the home screen, you just press on it, you feel a haptic tap, and you're taken right to the camera. This is similar technology to what we do with the trackpad in the MacBook Pro that we all love so much. It is a great experience. And like every iPhone X new experience, it has Face ID. And there's a true depth camera system, the same true depth camera system in iPhone XS and XS Max. So it's infrared camera, flood illuminator, proximity sensor, ambient light sensor, dot projector, front camera, speaker, and microphone. All the technology to have an incredible Face ID experience. So you look at iPhone XR to unlock it, you look at it to pay with Apple Pay. And like iPhone XS and XS Max, it's faster with its faster algorithms running on a faster, secure enclave. And inside the iPhone XR is nothing but the best chip we make, our brand new 7-nanometer A12 Bionic chip. So this is a powerhouse. Faster CPU, faster GPU, faster neural engine, and it can do all those experiences that Cayenne showed you earlier, including real-time machine learning. It is an incredible new phone. And it has a great new camera system as well. It's a single camera system, our best single camera system that we've ever made. It's a 12-megapixel wide-angle camera, the exact same wide-angle camera in the XS and XS Max. So it's our new generation sensor that's larger with bigger pixels, optical image stabilization, twice as many focus pixels, fast f1.8 aperture, Apple-designed lens, and the new improved True Tone flash as well. And it takes beautiful photos, like this one. So this was taken from an iPhone XR. It is stunning. Incredible detail, beautiful tone mapping. There's probably something you've noticed about this photo, though. It's a portrait mode photo with that beautiful background blur, taken from a single camera system. This is remarkable. What the team is able to do is combine hardware and software to create a depth segmentation map using the focus pixels and neural net software so that we can create portrait mode photos on the brand new iPhone XR. Here's another example. Just incredible. Beautiful, beautiful focus on the subject, great lighting, beautiful background bokeh. Yes, it gets the same advanced bokeh technology we talked about with iPhone XS and XS Max. And it gets depth control dynamically after you've taken the picture. So all that breakthrough features and capabilities that you want are right here. Here's some other photo examples taken from iPhone XR. They're absolutely beautiful. It has smart HDR as well. Helps to bring out highlights, and shadows, even in low light photos. It has wide color as well, so you get stunning, beautiful, rich color photographs. On the front side, it's the same true depth camera system as iPhone XS and XS Max with its latest technology. So you get full support for portrait mode and portrait lighting. You can take some of the best selfies you've ever seen. These are shot off the true depth camera on iPhone XR. But what about battery life? Well, here the story continues to be just great. With this performance and this big screen, the teams worked hard to give great battery life. So let's compare it to the iPhone 8 Plus. So many customers love the long battery life of that. Well, iPhone XR gives you up to an hour and a half more in your day than the iPhone 8 Plus. So this is the brand new iPhone XR. There's a 6.1-inch liquid Retina display, an LCD display, the most advanced ever in the industry. It is our latest 7-nanometer A12 Bionic chip with its faster CPU and GPU and that breakthrough neural engine, and helping deliver even longer battery life. It's the best single camera system we've ever made with our new generation 12-megapixel sensor, with support for smart HDR, portrait modes with beautiful bokeh, dynamic depth control, incredible video. It has the same true depth camera system as iPhone XS and XS Max with faster Face ID, and on and on. These 6 beautiful new finishes, that incredible 7000 series aerospace grade aluminum, and IP67 protection from liquids and dust. iPhone XS, XS Max, and iPhone XR have arsenic-free displays, glass, mercury-free displays, BFR-free, PVC-free, beryllium-free. They're designed and manufactured in a low-carbon process, and they're highly recyclable. We're so proud of all that work the team does. This is a huge day for iPhone. We now have iPhone XS, XS Max, and XR, 3 new models of iPhone. We have a product video about it to tell you a little bit more, and they're amazing.
The iPhone X described our vision for the future of the smartphone. Today, we're extending that vision with significant advances across 3 entirely new products. iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, and iPhone XR. iPhone XS is completely uncompromising. The expansive Super Retina display with OLED delivers vivid brightness, true blacks, and high dynamic range content. iPhone XS Max has the largest display ever on an iPhone. Custom-developed stainless steel is precisely machined to create structural bands in 3 finishes, including new gold. With even better water and dust resistance, this structure is integrated with the most durable glass ever developed for a smartphone. Face ID, enabled by the True Depth camera system, reinvents the way to securely unlock, log in, and pay with only a glance. Now it's even faster. The A12 Bionic chip is the smartest and most powerful chip ever in a smartphone. Its next-generation neural engine dedicates machine learning to everything from augmented reality to photography. With a more advanced dual camera system and neural engine, iPhone is again taking us to a new era of photography, where even more capable sensors are combined with lenses, chips, and advanced software, delivering smart HDR across your photos, creating images like never before. Portrait mode on both the back camera and front true depth camera now features more nuanced, software-enhanced, adjustable depth of field. 4K video with better low light performance and extended dynamic range now records in stereo, and your content plays back in widened stereo sound. iPhone XR integrates the same breakthrough technologies. is powered by the same A12 Bionic chip, has the same versatile true depth camera with the same advanced Face ID. An entirely new range of finishes are enabled by precision machined structural aluminium bands, anodized to complement an all-glass enclosure. The all-screen liquid retina display is the most advanced LCD in a smartphone and the most color accurate in the industry. A new backlight design allows the display to extend into the radiused corners, enabling a larger LCD than ever before. The advanced single camera system, combined with machine learning, allows iPhone XR to recognize people, map subjects, and add depth. The depth of field is adjustable, so you can take more dramatic portraits. Our utterly uncompromised vision for the future, iPhone XS and iPhone XS Max, and with a range of new finishes offering more choice to more people, iPhone XR.
Thank you. Well, iPhone XR will come in 6 finishes and in 3 sizes. 64 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes, and 256 gigabytes of storage. And it will start at $749. That's less expensive than the iPhone 8 Plus. Really proud of the work the team has done on that. You can order it in just over a month, October 19th, and it'll start to ship a week later than that, October 26th. iPhone XS will come in 3 configurations, 64 gigs, 256 gigs, and that new 512 gigabyte storage capacity. It starts at $999. An iPhone XS Max, same 3 configurations with its larger screen, larger battery, be just $100 more, starting at $1099. So iPhone XS and XS Max, you can start pre-ordering on Friday, September 14th, and they'll ship a week later, September 21st. And it'll start shipping in all of these markets. A nice long list. But if you don't see your favorite location there, don't worry, a week later, it'll start shipping in all of these locations as well. This is, somebody saw their favorite country or location. This is the fastest rollout geographically we've ever had for new iPhone. That's really great. So this holiday, we have an unbelievable lineup of iPhones. iPhone 7 starts now at just $449, and there are models of iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. iPhone 8 at $599, models of 8 and 8 Plus. The brand new iPhone XR starting at $749, XS at $999, and XS Max at $1099. They're all running iOS 12, the world's most advanced mobile operating system, and we can all upgrade to its performance and its great features, AR, Animoji, Memoji, screen time, and more, next week, September 17th. So that is our news on iPhone. Back to Tim.
Thank you, Phil. What a fantastic new lineup of iPhones. It's clearly the best lineup we've had by far, taking the breakthroughs of iPhone X even further than before and making them available to even more people. Now, before we close this morning, I've got a few more updates to give you. We've got an update to the HomePod, our breakthrough home speaker. We recently added stereo pairs in AirPlay 2. So now when you add a second HomePod to create a stereo pair, it creates this incredible wide immersive soundstage. You really have to hear this to believe it. It's really awesome. And with AirPlay 2, HomePod becomes the best multi-room audio experience. We've got some other great features that we're bringing to HomePod. You'll be able to search for your favorite songs by lyrics, create multiple timers, make and receive phone calls right from your HomePod, and just like your Apple Watch, you can ping your iPhone or any of your Apple devices to help find them around your house. It's incredibly useful at my house. And we couldn't be more excited about how Siri shortcuts will open up a world of apps for the HomePod. Also, we'll be shipping a new update to tvOS with support for Dolby Atmos for Apple TV 4K. It's stunning new 4K aerials, and with access to a wide range of live sports and news programs, there are now well over 100 video partners available through the TV app. Both the HomePod and the tvOS updates will be available on Monday, September 17th. And then the following week, we've got a great new update for the Mac with macOS Mojave. All new dark mode and updates to desktop and Finder, enhanced privacy and security, and a completely redesigned Mac App Store. macOS Mojave will be available on September 24th. We're excited about this huge month and all of these big releases that we've got. So what a great morning. We introduced the Apple Watch Series 4, newly designed and re-engineered to help you stay even more active, healthy, and connected. It is the most capable Apple Watch yet. We showed you the new iPhone XS, the most advanced smartphone in the world with a Super Retina display, advanced Face ID, a breakthrough dual camera system, and the smartest, most powerful chip ever in a smartphone. An iPhone XS is not just one phone, it's two, with the iPhone XS Max, the biggest screen ever in an iPhone, the biggest battery ever in an iPhone, and of course, the biggest experience ever in an iPhone. And the iPhone XR with a new liquid Retina display. It shares so many of the advanced features of iPhone XS, and it is just stunning with 6 beautiful new finishes to choose from. iPhone XR will allow us to deliver the future of the smartphone to even more people. Now, at Apple, we're always pushing our products forward and making technology more personal. We hope that you love these new products as much as we do. We've got a hands-on area just upstairs that's going to open in a moment, and we hope that you'll take time to get your hands on them and experience them for yourselves. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us this morning, including those watching us online. And I'd especially like to thank all the people at Apple who made this magical day possible. Thank you.